Alright, hello everybody. It is Marissa here from Book with Marissa, and today, my camera's moving slow. There we go. Okay, we're better now. Anyway, today we're going to talk about King of Wrath by the same author who did Twisted series. I have a lot to say, okay? The first part I want to say all things positive, and then we're going to go into the negatives, if you will. The positive part is he's definitely a little more Legray. He's got that possessiveness down, slightly jealous. Um, he he's rich. I mean, that's a plus, right? He's financially stable. He is smart and somewhat intelligent and somewhat strategic and has all the right friends in all the right places. And, he's got that whole thing going on. He seems to have trauma, which is great, always adds to character depth. We love that. And yeah, so Dante Russo is pretty cool. Then the person here, Vivian, she is interesting. She's kind of a people pleaser. She has her own event planning, coordination company thing. She makes decent money from because she's part of high society and everything. She seems to have a really good understanding of like what's right and wrong. When she makes a commitment, she sees it through. She seems like a pretty well-rounded female lead, which is great. So premise of the story, in case anybody is watching the replay and is like, I don't even know what you're talking about, King of Wrath, and it's about a forced marriage between two families, somebody from old money, somebody from new money. Vivian's family's from new money, Dante's family's from old money, and Vivian's father blackmails Dante Russo into marrying Vivian for wealth and power and status and to get respect of those in the old money world. So it's one of those. So that's the premise of how Vivian and Dante end up getting stuck together, basically. Now, Dante is entirely against it, but he agrees because of the blackmail, and on the back end, he's working out how to figure out how to get out of the blackmail situation because he doesn't want to be in it. He doesn't want to be in this marriage. He's like, no, absolutely not. So he's trying to figure that out. And then Vivian's like completely doesn't even know what's happening. And she's just kind of like, oh, great, forced marriage, cool, sounds fantastic. Welcome in, everybody who's popping in. I am currently talking about King of Wrath and going over what I think about it and just giving context clues at the moment. Vivian's not really about the marriage either because she's like, just she knew it was going to happen at some point. Her family already told her she was going to have an arranged marriage. She's hoping she'd have a little more time before that happens. So she's not thrilled about it. So they are in this forced engagement that's going to last a year. And during this time so far, Dante has been trying to get out of it. He's been trying to figure out how to get out of it because he's been blackmailed into it. Welcome in, everybody. Feel free to say hi in the chat or whatever works for you. I am currently working. Yeah, I'm working. I'm talking about King of Wrath. That's what I'm currently talking about. And all of my thoughts about it. So, yeah. So there's like a lot of tension at the beginning between Vivian and Dante because they both don't really like this whole thing, and they both don't like each other for various reasons. Dante doesn't like her because she's the enemy's daughter, and she's a people pleaser, and Vivian doesn't like Dante because he's like kind of an a-hole, to be honest. He's a little immature, doesn't know how to like be a human being. It's very frustrating. So that's kind of the whole background information. It's an arranged marriage, forced marriage, between blackmail. Dante at this point is kind of trying to get out of it. They are falling for each other, but betrayal's still coming. So I'm about 3/4 of this book. And the positive things I have to say is there is character depth, there is solid plot, all characters have some type of growth that's happening. Vivian is gaining more confidence in herself. Dante is gaining a little more emotional maturity, which is fantastic because we love it when people have emotional maturity. Hello. What? I don't even know what you are talking about there. No, not a troll, but no. So I don't even know where I was. Random questions get throw me off. Yeah, so at this point, both characters have had growth in the book. The problem I'm having is, in the end, Dante's still going to betray um Vivian, and it's like annoying because this is reading sort of kind of how like Twisted Love read. I don't know if anybody's read Twisted Love series or not, but it's reading the very same in terms of the whole betrayal plot because Dante's still going to betray Vivian, and it's like not gonna go wrong. I don't know what people are so weird. We're just gonna remove you. Bye. Um. So yeah, go in timeout. Okay, let me put people in timeout because they can't handle the comment section. So, anyway, this book is definitely reading a little bit like Twisted Love. They kind of have a similar thing going on in terms of the whole betrayal plot because in the end, people are still like not. Hi, hello, Sarah. Sarah 6828. How you doing? How's life going? We're talking about King of Wrath at the moment and my thoughts about it. And at the moment, I'm still feel like it's kind of reading like Twisted Love by the same author. Like I just feel like we didn't come up with a new plot. I'm not even gonna lie. I feel like she kind of just was like different characters, different context, but same plot in terms of, you know, characters being forced to kind of be near each other for one reason or another. People, the same characters, then having internal issues, and the guy betraying the girl. I'm like, it's kind of boring. I'm not gonna lie. I did promise because this was a follower suggestion read, so we are trying to get through it because, you know, made a commitment. I'm almost there, like 3/4 of the way there. But yeah, I'm kind of disappointed a little bit just because it is reading very similar to Twisted Love, and I was hoping for something a little different. And the other thing that's similar about it too is so in Twisted Love, each of the books is about each of a girl best friend within like a friend group. And that's kind of what's going to happen with King of Wrath as well, is there's 4 books in the series. At the moment, there's 3 friends that we know of, and I'm assuming they're all getting their own book. On one hand, that's like kind of cool, but on the other hand, just feels like a copycat of the Twisted series. I'm not sure which came first, to be honest. But either way, they feel very like copycatty. And, you know, again, totally cool if that's the author's style. It's just, I was hoping for something, I think, a little different than what I read before. Thank God. Oh my God. Hi, Ray. How are you doing? Holy cow. I was hoping that you would pop in. I was just sitting here. I'm like, I really hope she comes in today. I'm just absolutely here discussing the King of Wrath because I don't know about, did you read the Twisted Love series? And if you did, do you feel like Twisted Love itself, like this book, is reading the same as this book? Because, yeah, I don't. Listen, okay, here's the thing, Ray. The thing I'm having an issue with is that it reads so similar to Twisted Love, and the guy is just like he's even more immature than I thought he was going to be. I'm not even gonna lie. And you know what's worse is I know he's still going to betray her, and then he's gonna be like, "Yeah, I never had any feelings for you." Like I feel like he's just gonna go down that same rabbit hole that a lot of authors put their characters through, and I'm just like, we could just skip the rabbit hole, you know? It's not at all. He kind of hates Twisted Love the series in general, but not King of Wrath. I don't know. I mean, that's fair. Twisted Love, they are different in that. He's not going to betray her? Okay. Well, I have to finish. I only have about 1/4 of it left, maybe a little more than that, and then I will report back my findings. I'm trying to stay open-minded about it because I hate being closed-minded about books. So I'm trying to be uber open-minded about the ending, and I'm going to trust you that he's not going to betray her. Something will happen, but it's not him betraying her? Okay. Good. Because I was kind of like, if it's him betraying her, I'm going to throw my book because that plot is used so often. It's like overused, you know? So now that I know that, I'm going to look forward to finishing reading it. Yeah. Well, read any new books for you lately, Ray? Anything new or of note? And anybody can answer that as well. It's just me and Ray know each other a lot more than I know most of you. So, but yeah, have you read anything new lately? This is the only thing. I read Bride by Ali Hazelwood. That was good. I did my Psycho Fae, that was good. Plot twist, Ray's going to try you by telling you he won't. That's a fair point. I don't even know how to say your username, but yeah, that's a good point there, Longs, not Pug7248. Yeah. No, unfortunately, you're still trying to finish 1989. Yeah. 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 So, how is 1989 going? Is it 1989 or 1984? Either way, is it the one that's about the communist societies and stuff, like government things? Traumatized. You're traumatized? Fair. If you haven't read a book and it hasn't made you traumatized, I'm concerned. The government one? Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. Government books about anything that has to do with different governments or like psychological things always freak me out. Like my brother, there was a book trending for a while called The Vegan, and I thought it looked good, and my brother thought it looked good. My brother's way more into weird books than I am. So he got it and he started reading it and he's like, yeah, it's pretty traumatic. Not gonna lie. And I was like, oh, okay. So I couldn't make it past the first 50 pages. It was like really not fun. There's a book that I was talking about. It's called The Alchemist. Yes. I've heard about The Alchemist. I gotta read it. There's a couple books I want to read that I definitely know are traumatizing. Like my brother's read one about cannibalism. Like it was a society where all of like natural food that you would get, like so your meat sources, your plant sources, like all sources of like stuff that was normal ended up being toxic, and so the only thing that somebody could eat was like people, I guess. And yeah, he read that book and I'm kind of like, how? But at the same time, I'm like interested. Cannibalism, yeah. Cannibalism for the win. Love that so much. I did not just say that, but you know. So, have you finished classes yet? You watched a show about it? It's awesome. Yes. Soylent Green. I have... Is that a book name or are you asking about a meeting? Either way, I'm eating edamame beans. What the heck is Soylent Green, though? I want to know. You know? Beans are good. Make sure to eat your beans. Does anybody plant a garden this year? Is anybody a gardener? Register for this semester? Fair. Are you taking the semester off then and registering for like the next one? I don't know how semesters work. I don't know. You're registering for the next one too, so just taking a little bit of time, or are you kind of just done? You're skipping till September. Honestly, fair. Take time for yourself. It's important to take time for yourself and like not burn out and stress out about everything. You love gardening too? Great. Gardening is the best. I love it. We finally got a garden in on Sunday. And it's a pretty basic garden. I'm not gonna lie. It's not even like we don't have everything in the ground. We have tomatoes in the ground, but we mostly have pots. We got peppers, tomatoes, cucumbers, lots of tomatoes, and we're trying to grow munching onions. I don't know. You have indoor plants and outdoors too. Good. What type do you grow? Any like vegetables or anything, or fruits, or flowers? What type of garden situation, planting wise, do you have? We have some random flowers as well that are growing. We planted them like a year ago and they came back all on their own. So, magic. Not really, just earth, but you know, whatever. A project you want to do, it's kind of hard. Full of sands, you want to sprinkle some seeds around? I mean, might as well. See what happens in the sand. You know, couldn't hurt, I don't think. Sand is fun. I love sand. Yeah. And it's so weird because like different plants require different things. Like we've always wanted to know how to grow cilantro. But we just can't grow cilantro to save our lives. Like we don't know how to do it. Your dad loved planting vegetables, but it's hard with this weather. Yeah. Understandable. You have tomatoes and chilies and sometimes strawberries. Love it. Mint too. Cool. Tomatoes are always the best. We take all of our tomatoes and make tomato sauce because we use a lot of tomato sauce at our house, and so sometimes we can, sometimes we freeze. This year we're gonna do a hybrid of canning and freezing, so that way if like our power cuts out or something, we don't have to depend solely on the freezed sauce. Do you can at all? We actually, speaking of mint, we have a bunch of random catnip growing in our like outside area, and my mom was like, isn't this like part of the mint family? So we looked it up, and catnip actually has pretty positive benefits for human beings. Like, it can help you sleep better, think better. I don't know. It has some positive effects though. Tomatoes are perfect for wars. Yes. Yes, they are. Tomatoes are the best. You made a lot of dishes out of tomato, yes. Hello, Renan. How are you doing? Really? Yes. Tomatoes are really good. I love tomatoes. I love cherry tomatoes. I love whole tomatoes. Tomatoes are the best, man. They're pretty hearty because you can just do almost whatever with them and they still are pretty good. But yeah, so we got our garden in on Sunday. We were looking for poblano peppers because we couldn't find them anywhere, but we finally found some. So we got some poblano peppers. Cherry tomatoes with salt. Ooh, I will have to try that. I love cherry tomatoes. Right off the vine. Very good. We have a few new ones this year that we have never heard of before or tried before. So we're looking to see how well they will do because we have no idea. Most of the time we get like yellow pear. There's one I'm not thinking of, but we got new yellow ones this year that we've never done before. It's like a honeycomb, gypsy, something freaking weird that we've never done before. So we have new tomatoes in the ground, and we are both excited and slightly terrified to see how well they work. And at our house, we kind of just throw things together and see what happens. And so like we have and I'll do a garden tour at some point, but I'm gonna try to explain this. So we got 2 rows. This row you have a hole in the ground with tomatoes. Then you have a pot, like a plant pot with chrysanthemums or dianthemums or something, and a cucumber or basil. Then you have a hole with 6, yes, a basic hole with 6 tomato plants all together in the ground. We have no idea if that's going to work or not, but we're trying it anyway. And then the pot next to that also has 2 tomato plants, and they're Juliet tomatoes. We love Juliet tomatoes. Very good. And then this row, pot, basil, pot, cucumber, basil, ground tomatoes. I think there's like 4 or 5 in that one. And then pot, cucumber, Armenian cucumbers. Never had Armenian cucumbers before, so we're going to figure out how that goes as well. And then tomato, pot with cucumber and basil. So, yeah, we have some new things. I hope it works too, Ray. I really hope it works too, because it's new for us this year. So, not gardening. Gardening's not new. Just the way that we have set it up and some of the things that we put in the ground are new. We used to have a gigantic garden on the left side of my house, but that takes way too much effort and time, all of which we don't really have. So we just commit to this little garden off to the right of my house. Potatoes, yes. We have grown potatoes actually pretty successfully before, and we put them in like these gigantic, almost barrel-looking pots, and you just shove them in the ground and keep like piling manure on top of them, and then you just dig. Pretty good. So you can make unlimited french fries, period. I mean, who doesn't want unlimited access to the potentials of french fries? Like, yeah. There was a summer we had quite a bit of potatoes, and I loved it because you just had potatoes. We didn't make french fries, but we eat potatoes a lot. I think. Well, we had a bag of potatoes we actually had to throw out because they got gross on top of the dryer, and we're not really sure how or why or what happened, but they stank. It was not a pleasant experience for anybody, including the dryer. Yeah. So yeah, that's my garden. That's my garden stories for you. Because gardening's awesome. Yeah. It was not fun to have our potatoes just die on top of the dryer. It's where we store our store-bought potatoes, and then we actually did not grow potatoes this year or last year. But normally when we grow potatoes, we harvest them at like the end of the season, and we kind of just use them as soon as we get them. Yeah, poor dryer. It was pretty. I had to spray it. I was like, this is not working. We just and wiped it up. I was like, yeah. It was just like this gray, sad liquid that didn't smell good. That's what happens, but it's fine. The worst vegetable when it rots is tomatoes. I can't handle rotting tomatoes. That smell is the worst. It's so gross. The cleaning process is the worst part, yeah. 100%. Yeah, getting rid of the bad things fine, but then the cleaning up afterwards, it's not that great. Well, like, we try to stick to things. Yeah, tomato rottings are not great at all. And like with our garden, we normally try to stick to things that we know we're going to use. Unless we're in the big garden, we really try to just plant things that like we know for sure we're going to use tomatoes. We use peppers pretty consistently. Cucumbers we like to have, but like sometimes we get so behind during harvest season that our tomatoes just, and it's just gross. Oh, it's disgusting. And they're so liquidy already, and then like when they rot, they're even more liquidy, and it has like this white stuff on it. Not great. Not my favorite thing ever to clean up or to smell. So, you know. You don't want to plant flowers? I want to plant green plants. Green plants are pretty. What type of green plants do you want? And like, yeah, what type of green plants do you want? I'm not sure we plant any just straight up green plants. The ones with just leaves and colors on them, that's pretty. Yeah, we do not have any you don't know names. Me neither. I literally, whenever I talk to anybody about gardening and they're like, oh, what specific plant did you plant? I'm like, I don't know. It's a tomato. I can tell you whether it's a cherry tomato or not, but you and me are the same when it comes to names, right? I have no clue. I just plant them. I mean, there's some I know just because of repeated planting, but not specific. You have one that's green and red and kind of like it's gorgeous. You want more? Is it like what shape is it? Is it kind of like a shamrock? We have a shamrock. We planted some shamrocks. And eucalyptus. I can't stand citronella. Just leaves. Leaves are good. Leaves are fantastic. Who doesn't like leaves? Leaves are like the best. Period. Yes, do send me a photo because I want to know. I'll send you a video of my garden at some point. I was already out there this morning, but I'll be out there again on Saturday. So I'll send you a video. Because we get to share our gardens. It's great. My brain is fried. This week was like hitting my head against a wall trying to move through it. And I keep thinking today is Friday, and every time I realize it's not Friday, I'm disappointed. I really wish it was Friday. Because then I would be a day closer to the weekend. And I'm so ready for it. I don't know about anybody else. How was everybody's week? Like, is anybody else feeling, I don't know, but like over life when you first saw it in the market? Yeah. Good. You thought it was fake? I mean, some plants look so, I'm not sure what the right word is, like perfect or manicured. They don't look real, so I get that. I was just in Lowe's the other day and was looking at some plant. I'm like, Mom, these plants are fake. And she's like, they're literally not. We're in the greenhouse. I'm like, could be, though. Could be fake plants in the greenhouse. 100%. Too good to be true. Good way to put that, yes. Plants are always weird. I have fake plants in my house. Like, in my room, specifically, I have just a collection of fake plants. I know, but like, you know, don't pick on me, Ray. I was literally just, my brain this week is like so fried. I was like, there's no way this plant is real. This just doesn't look real. And just like, yeah, we're in a greenhouse. It has to be real. I don't know. Greenhouses equal real plants. Okay. I know that. We got all of our plants from a greenhouse, so I should know. We would love to have an actual greenhouse, though. Like a greenhouse you can pick up and take down, and it's got paths in it, and it's just pretty. Greenhouses are really pretty. They get hot, which is the point, but yeah. So, yeah. That's kind of what I got. Does anybody have anything super exciting happening in their week or in their reading? I am hoping, we're trying to figure out what we're reading for our book club. I saw the notification come in. I will definitely look at it when we're done here. You want the color green back to this. You want the color green back to this world. Okay. I was like, what? Yeah. Green is like, it's why I cannot stand the winters where I am, because all of the green disappears for like forever. It feels like forever, and I just feel so sad when that happens. It's like, bruh, what? We're gonna put this very upset person in timeout because he seems like he needs to calm down. There we go. Yeah. I don't even know, but yes. Green is good. Like, anytime we have, like, everything is fine in the green where I am, but we already have some trees turning their leaves, and that is so annoying. I'm like, bruh, it is just turned June. Speaking of, happy Pride Month to everybody. And Men's Mental Health Month. Men's Mental Health Month. There we go. But yeah. Greenery is important. You reported him? Fantastic. Yeah, I put him in timeout. I had somebody come in earlier who was talking about things they shouldn't have, and I also put them in timeout. It's so much fun. Yes, happy Pride. Be happy. Live your prideness. Get into it, yeah. Yeah. I don't even know, but green is amazing. Green is like the reason to exist. If things aren't green, it makes me sad. So I understand the green coming back to the world. Yeah. There is a book you want to read. What book is it? And is it... do you think I read it? Ooh. Now I'm intrigued. Who's it by? You forgot the name? Girl. You got me so excited. Do you remember the author? Do you remember, like, the storyline? The cover? Any part of it? Is it fantasy? Is it Alex? Like, I have no clue. Alexter or something? I probably have it somewhere on my shelf. It's fantasy. Oh. It's fantasy. Girl, I don't know. Oh, Lightlark. Yeah, I have not read that. I've thought about it, but I have not read that one. That makes sense. Yeah, that's something I have thought about. I'm just never sure if I'm gonna like it or not. Well, after you read it and you tell me about it, because I've been on the fence about it and I don't know. Who am I? Mackay Clump. I am Marissa. Who are you? You think you're going to start wanting to read it? Girl, read it and report back to your mission if you choose to accept it. Because I thought about it, but yeah. Hi, Makai. You're Makai? Awesome, man. We're just talking about books. And we were talking about gardening and planting, but now we're just talking about books. Yeah. Yes. Okay, good, Ray. Because I'm like, it's been one of those things I've been like thinking about, but I haven't done. Yeah, all of the books I want to read are part of a series, and I'm waiting until like August or September to spend more money on like a large amount of books. Books are lit, Makai, man. They are good. Books are the best. I'm also eating edamame beans, which are pretty good as well. But yeah. So, like, I want to finish my Psycho series by Jasmine Maz. And then the other Psycho series she has, like, I want to finish all 4 books. I have one left in the first 3, and then all 3 of the second 3. And then I have 2 more in the Blood of My Monster series. I do have a book club, but we're not currently, like, in the book club. My book club's online on bookclubs.com, and the link is in my bio. You also want to finish the God and Monster series so bad, but I don't have time. Those books are ginormous, okay? I haven't even finished the one that was for book club. Like, I just couldn't. It was just too big. Like, I stopped, I think, maybe halfway or a little after halfway. And I just haven't picked it back up because I'm like, I don't have the time to finish this book. At some point, I have a couple books on my shelf I should just, like, dedicate to finishing. But, yeah. Like, there are some books in book series that you just have to dedicate a certain amount of time to actually finish and read. And I just don't have time. I barely have time to breathe, I feel like, sometimes. You already read 3. You want to read book 4 and 5 and start book 4, but I don't understand anything. Yeah. Part of my problem is, like, I hate it when authors make that big of a series with that amount of bookage about the same 2 people. Like, move on. You read self-help books like Thomas the Tank Engine. Fair enough, Makai. Good for you, man. We read smut books and spice books in our book club. So, there you go. On that one. Respect the self-help books. Yeah, I don't mind people who read self-help books. I just always think it's weird when somebody looks at you and goes, I bet. Yeah, exactly, but it's not for us. Yeah, I don't need self-help books. I've read 1. I have 5 on my shelf, and the one I read was pretty good, but they're not my thing. You're looking for longs out there. You're just looking for books about a fun, just a romance between a mischievous villain king and nervous, shy, awkward, secretly cat hero. I'm gonna say it. My King Boo X Luigi shipping content run out. Okay, good for you, man. Yes, yes. Welcome. Exactly. Welcome to the world here. But yeah. Spice books, romance books, that's where my energy is at. Self-help books are cool. Just not my thing. I mean, Thomas the Tank is fantastic. There's a lot of conspiracy theories about Thomas the Tank Engine, including that he's like, I don't remember what it was, but yeah. What ship is that? But yes, about the romance. Yeah. The romance is good. We love the romance part. What if he's a werewolf? All the better. I mean, you know, werewolf romance is good. I have 2 on my shelf, and they were both pretty good. One was between a werewolf and a vampire, and one was between a werewolf and a half werewolf human hybrid. Pretty good stories. Both of them by Ali Hazelwood. Thomas the Twilight series. Now that would be an interesting, yes, that would be a very interesting watch. Werewolves are complicated to you if it was well written. Hell yeah, but if it was badly written, yeah. I agree with you. Like, some people who write werewolf stories just make it so cringy. Like, they just make it really, really cringy. But Ali Hazelwood is pretty good. She writes very well, and I really like her. And so I read Bride and Mates by her, which are part of the same series. Pretty good. Would recommend. Yeah, I read a series about dragon shifters, and it's by Tiffany Roberts, I believe. Very cringy, but it was okay. Like, it was cringy. Like, if you're in the mood for a cringy read, you should go with that one. $3. It's like this thick of a book. Don't attack you, but I've never watched Twilight and I've never watched The Vampire Diaries. Tisk tisk. Yeah, no, that's totally fine. I've watched both of those things. The Vampire Diaries went downhill. Twilight's good, but I've rewatched it 1,000 times, so, you know. Dragon Shifters, the idea is good. I've only read the one series about it. I gotta read other series about it, but I haven't. Lost a bean. I found it. Yeah, Dragon Shifters are always interesting. I like ones that have more than just, like, the basic shifter things. First book you ever read about Dragon Shifters was the Zodiac Academy, and you fell in love with Darius immensely. I've heard about the Zodiac Academy. I will have to read it at some point. I just haven't gotten there. Yeah. I have to read the Zodiac Academy. I've been recommended it so many times, and I just, like, haven't read it at all. How many books are there? Isn't it like 5 or 6 books long? And is it about the same people? Or is it about different people? You met immediately? There. It was love at first sight. I got you. In Zodiac Academy, there's literally every single creature you could ever think of. Like, even a succubus. Even those in there. But, okay. I will keep that in mind. Because I've been wanting to read them. Just haven't yet. So, they are on my TBR. I think it's crazy, like, how one book would have all these peoples. Oh, it's like, okay. So it's got characters from different species. But it's well written. Alright. It is officially added to my TBR. This one better be better than this, okay? Just saying. Just saying. Better be a little bit better. I mean, 2 different things, but, you know. Yeah. Good. I'll add that. Yeah, I had a lot on my TBR. Currently, we're trying to save our money a little bit. You know, just because the world is crashing, and I don't want to be entirely broke when that happens. That's an interesting thing you put in there, Mackay. But so accurate when it comes to how authors describe things. There are creatures there that I've never heard of. One girl who's, like, very cute and cheerful, but she can transform into a dog with 3 heads. Oh! Yeah, that's an actual thing. Yep, and the slime is deadly. The series has 20 books, bruh. But the main series is, like, 8 books. Jeez, that's a lot of books, dude. Yeah, so the dog that you're talking about, you know, like, about Hades and Persephone, right? They have a 3-headed dog that's, like, the exact same thing. Isn't it, like, Cerberus or something? But either way, they also have the 3-headed dog. 3-headed dogs are cool. They're a little weird, but I love them. Anyway, they're just pretty. There's a 3-headed dog in, Harry Potter, too. You know? Okay. Good. Love it so much. Me and my edamame beans are having a good time. Okay, so at this point in time, I must exit the live because I have other work stuff I have to do. So I'm going to end this at this point in time. It was awesome to see you all, and I'll go live again next week. So yeah. There's mermaids, like male mermaids. Girl, I love that. I can't with you, Makai. You are awesome. I don't know where you get all of that, but I love it anyway. Alright, y'all. Have a fantastic day. Don't die, okay?